Oh, hello. God, what's wrong with my voice gone? The winter sun is trying to burn my face. Just want to say happy festive time to everyone. Just come back from going to Castle Troy in Limerick. Just on the outskirts of the university fucking fields. It's so waterlogged that I had to ring someone and keep them on the phone until I was off the field, because they went up to my bloody knees. And I thought I was going to shrink and die. It's stuck and die. But I was also in Limerick to go to the Doolan's. The Dolans, sorry. Doolan's is the one in Clare. To the Dolans. To see Bobby Fingers, and yeah, he was so fun to watch. Also, Citrus Fresh was funny. It is the most immature thing you'll watch, and so funny. But yeah, also being a short ass, I was like one of the first people to go downstairs in the standing area, and I keep getting this he was like 7 foot bloke, and he keeps just standing in my way, and then eventually Bobby Fingers' friends was like, oh Christ, we're in your way. They seem very nice people, so very entertaining, and for a nice school night. It was quite fun to go there and be there for you all, and then obviously come home to carnage. The house is a bloody tip. So yeah, that's not what I'm looking forward to. So obviously I'm back at work now. And I don't do Christmas, but it seems to always still be very stressful because it seems like people are off on Christmas all week. So, my house gets trashed when I'm at work. Unfortunately, when I come home, it's not done. So that's not been a fun thing to do. Also, obviously, loving that there's still memes, hundreds and hundreds of memes going around of Andrew Tate getting his ass handed to him on a plate in his match when he lost. So many excuses coming from that man. And Jake Paul having his jaw broken into. I've probably said this last time, but I didn't give a shit. I find it fucking hilarious. So I need to do a little checklist for myself again, because I haven't fucking done that. I haven't been carrying on with my Irish course, which is crap, because I did come to a situation when I was in Limerick trying to read signs, because there's some signs that's completely Irish and other signs that are obviously both English and Irish. And yeah, I was like, shit. So I need to get back on that. And also I need to get back on all my other courses, really, because I was just thinking that I might change my job. I like being self-employed carer, but it's sort of want a different thing, really, to go with, because obviously with all the prices going up and everything, and even though I am self-employed and things like that, the person that I mainly look after takes up more of my time, and it's basically just money's getting it feels like a bit of a worry in the future with all money going up again. In my area, the tax is going up like 5% and everything, and I'm just a little bit worried, I think. So I need to get on with my courses so I can hopefully in the new year start looking for new adventures, I think. Yeah, and also sort of annoyed me is I've never taken a local bus in Limerick City. It's always been like City Link sort of buses and stuff, because they usually go into where I need to go, or I go on a train. I use a bus at bus station, but I haven't used certain city local buses before. So what really annoyed me is when I went to Limerick City that I had to have a fucking travel card. And I was like, I've never heard of this. I've always used money whenever I've used a bus, or I've gone on the website and I've paid to go where I need to go. This was a place where it doesn't have you don't stop at a bus station, or it doesn't end up in a bus station. So I was like, so I've never used a bus like this. I've used other, like I said, CityLink, and Express Link and all that. I've used those buses, and they've usually stopped where I need to stop, even if it's not city or anything. But yeah, so annoyingly, I was like, yeah, quick, let's get it. And then it was like, you have to wait for 24 hours to register. And I was like, shit. And then it was like, it will deliver to your house. I was like, no, I want it now. I want it now. So for some reason, it didn't let me link, so I could do it all online only. It let me pay online, but it had made me wait till 24 hours later. And in that time, I was like, well, I'm going home. But also, I didn't need to use a bus. So yeah. Still, for me, luckily, it's not that expensive to travel around Limerick. So I'm pretty privileged with that. So I was like, screw it, I'm just going to have to get a taxi. So I walked for like 4 hours again and find all these castle ruins, or classed as castle ruins. And yeah, I went to the Plassey Mill ruins. That is, you know, it is obviously like graffitied and stuff over it. It was cool. And yeah, I decided to be live on TikTok just because when I'm walking along, I want to film everything. And I just thought, screw it, let's go on TikTok live. And you can save your video afterwards, and it's clear as well for when you save. But the problem is, I didn't realise. So I was just playing my music and stuff in my ears. And the last time I did that, and I was at home, I was inside, it played it. And but unfortunately, you've now got me like an hour and a half huffing and puffing on there, and people just talking to me. And I generally thought people couldn't hear me because it was even saying your microphone, people might not hear you as you are playing stuff on your headphones. And I thought, oh well, there you go, I'll just type to comment instead of chatting. And yeah, so unfortunately, I didn't end up talking to anyone, and you just hear me huffing and puffing and going, oh shit, when I get knee deep in a waterlogged field that's outside of the University of Limerick, and that was quite funny. But yeah, I didn't really do that much this time when I was in the city. I literally was just there for the gig, and I thought, fuck it, let's have a day or two on me out. So I thought, fuck it, and yeah, it was nice. It was nice and relaxing. But yeah, it was that thing of, oh gosh, when I go home, the house is going to be more of a tip. It wouldn't have been tidy, and yes, that's right. That's what happened. So that sort of annoyed me because I ended up hurting my foot again. It seems like I now and again, when it's winter weather, I bought these hiking boots. Like, they're meant to be proper hiking boots and stuff. But both times now, I've worn them to go, obviously, hiking in the middle of nowhere, because I'm not expecting what the weather or train's going to be like. That it always seems to, I always think, right, I'll wear these shoes, or boots. And then I wear them, and fucking hell, because I didn't have any other shoes with me, I was quite tempted to just go Dunnes and get the €15 trainers. But I didn't. And I just thought, well, I'll go home tomorrow, so I'll be sat down in the car driving around, so I don't need to. And going on the bus and stuff, so I don't need to. And then, yeah, my feet were killing me. Like, I took my shoes off, and my children painted my toenails. And one's like ruby red, like dark red, and the other's is like cyan colour. And my God, my whole toe was the same colour as the nail varnish. It was the same colour as the nail varnish. It was like, oh my God. And yeah, so obviously, the next day, so I was catching a bus at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something like that. And I thought, I can't be fucking arsed. I honestly can't be arsed to walk anywhere. So yeah, literally, I just went to So Delicious, which do a lovely breakfast there, and toasties and stuff, and lovely coffee and everything. And obviously, I had to get gingerbread for my children too, because they love gingerbread, like me. And yeah, and I just thought, right, screw it, I'm just going to sit here for a few hours till my bus comes. And then luckily, yeah, my bus was a few minutes out of time, but it turned up. And yeah, so my feet have only just recovered after 3 days, and I need to get back to swimming, so I'll be doing that early hours again tomorrow. And yeah, I've had a quite a adventurous, lazy few days, but unfortunately for me, back to work today and back to organising my house. So yeah, fun times, guys, fun times. And yeah, it's been quiet. It's always a quiet one for me, Christmas time. Like I said, I don't celebrate it, so a lot of people don't obviously bother me when it's Christmas. They used to, because I used to do house parties and all that stuff, but like since I've stopped chasing people, it's very quiet. But that's great, because that just means that it more promotes me to self-improve myself and get on with shit I want to get on with, instead of halting myself and wait around for other people. Obviously, yeah, I went to True Crime and Wine, I think it was called. That was awful, but it was lovely just hanging out with my mate. So that was quite fun. Yeah, we did that one in Wales, though, not in Ireland. And yeah, it was just lovely to be away. And then obviously went to the actual Limerick City. Did a few fun things, historical and nostalgia. And yeah, it was great. And I think I will do art later. Got some ideas on art. If you want to see what I get up to with art and everything, look at TikTok, Instagram and all that stuff of Why Won't My Cat Love Me. I'm quite tempted to change the name of this chat to Boggles My Mind. I don't know why, but I just think, I say it quite a lot, just boggles my mind all the time. And what my children find funny is, and all that jazz, they find that hilarious. So I don't know yet. Might change it, might not. Another year, another chat. But yeah, it's just sort of a quick catch-up one, really. And seeing how everyone is doing all right. And if you want to have a chat with me, comment on my medias. Yeah, I started doing stuff on YouTube. So what I might do is post stuff that I've done on TikTok Live and things like that, and just post it to YouTube, because once it's gone, isn't it? And the Plassey area is lovely. So basically, like the Shannon River Walk is lovely, and it's a lot of things that people just don't see. A lot of people see touristy bits and everything, and it's like, even when I got a lift from someone and he generally thought I lived in the Limerick City, and I was just like, nah, and he was like, well, you seem to know a lot about it, and I'm like, yeah, I come here quite a lot throughout the year and stuff like that. So apparently I don't sound like a local, but I have no local knowledge that a lot of people seem to not know, or just generally people that he has just doesn't know a lot of stuff. Because it's like when I went to Lochgar, and when I didn't have my car, and I would end up getting a taxi ride, because it's just quicker and it's more direct and stuff, and it's not too bad. €20 for or less than €20 for 20 to 40 minutes. And I just thought, nah, screw it, let's just do it. And yes, a lot of them just say, whenever I see you do things that only local people seem to know. And I was like, I don't know why that would be just a local thing, because surely people come to these things. It's not just local people or just Irish people only. And yeah, they just always seem to say that to me. But yeah, my poor little Trevor, he wasn't available to give me a lift, so I couldn't catch up with him on his cranberry stories of cranberry fans that he seems to have. That seem to he has a right good old stories of that. But anyway, yeah, so I was just wondering, does anyone want me to talk about certain subjects at all, or me to explore anything in Limerick? Because obviously I am based in the southwest of England, and then I am also based in Limerick. And if there's anything where you think, oh, I've heard of this, but I'm not quite sure what that means or what this is or blah blah blah, then I could always talk about it. If not, I could always someone just give me a topic, because like I said before, I kind of don't want to always be doing doom and gloom stories. So I've obviously saved a hell of a lot of stuff on my phone, where I've taken pictures of articles, or I've read it in a book and taken pictures of that, and people telling me stories, and I've put it down on my phone. And things like that. And just books, obviously, I've bought through history and everything. And obviously, unfortunately, loads of papers and main media just going on about doom and gloom all the time. And I kind of don't want to keep going on about misogyny and patriarchy, even though a lot of it is mixed together. Because I'm obviously going to do these rants because, unfortunately, I live in this world and my children live in this world. So I will be bringing up shit like this. But I just kind of need to know what people's topics they're interested in someone talking about that people don't really go on about. Because, you know, like when I go on about news, I think a lot of people know what's going on with the news, especially if they are always online, or they get their information online and don't really go for the main media. Because it's a bit like when you do get your information from online, like a lot of the time I do, or you get it from independent news outlets, they usually find that 2 weeks later, main media now goes on about it. And it's a bit like, you know, you sort of get discouraged by the news because you're just thinking, well, I've already heard all this. I already know all this information. Like, why are you so slow on the uptake? And for me, I think it's because where I do have a job and children, it obviously takes up my life, rightly so, most of the time. So it's only when I'm really charging my car or, you know, the children with their dad or something like that I can really do these chats. And there is a lot of stuff I want to get off my mind all the time. But, you know, I am getting to like 900 and something people listening now who have downloaded or listened to this. And that's cool. So if anyone is in a different country and they are just like, I just really don't get this, that and bloody other, then that would be great. I do have a lot of stories, like I said, that I've saved where it is positivity. It's about, you know, children inventing things. Very positive animal people stories and things like that. But unfortunately, just every time I seem to not go online and then look at the news within 24 hours, I'm looking stuff up again and saving it and stuff, thinking, Christ, what a bunch of knobs. So it would be good for 2026 if I could go on about other stuff as well. Because unfortunately, you know, if you give people certain platforms, I think it just encourages it more, and it encourages it more, and also it just sort of like people get their knickers twisted over the silliest things. I mean, it's like when I talk to my mum and they always go on about, oh, this person was going on about Trump, and I'm like, why? It's like, you live in the southwest of England and this person comes from the southwest of England. Yeah, why the fuck are you talking about Trump? Oh, well, you saying he did good things. And I was like, well, and what fucking good things is he? And I'm just like, look, we're getting into an irritated state again. The thing is, the guy does not run our country at all. It does not run Ireland. He does not run the UK. You know, like every colonising country, yes, there is ties with them being in control of certain things, but they do not run this country. And I said, so it is fucking weird. It's fucking weird that you go on about it. It just doesn't need to be said, because we can't be pointing all the time, laughing at him when our own countries are fucked because of, you know, bad education in our countries. You know, it's like when the UK government has said that they want to put in as a curriculum misogyny classes, and people are getting positive about it, which is great. You should. And then you're getting loads of people that are just getting fucking pissy, usually men, who are getting fucking pissy about it, and you're just like, and then you quote, what about these gang rapes then? Now, where do you think men have got ideas like that from, to gang rape children and women and boys and other men? Where do you think that idea is? Misogyny. It's not that hard. So I sort of don't want to keep chiming on for the uneducated. See, I'm saying I'm uneducated and then I'm fucking speaking like this. For the uneducated and the people that don't want to improve their knowledge. I kind of don't want to keep chiming on about it for the rest of my time, however long I'm going to do this for. So, yeah, it's kind of a checklist for me. Make sure you do your fucking courses, love, and fucking finish them. And just ask people, what would you like me to talk about? Historical, nature, science, anything to do with the UK or Ireland. Especially the South, both countries, because I'm obsessed. I'm a nosy fuck. But, yeah, I kind of need to know, because, like I said, it's great on these chats that I can just rant and rave, and it's like my therapy. But I think I'm just playing the same tune for me most of the time. I mean, I'm obviously going to do all these rant and raves still because I've got so much shit on my phone that I want to delete and I want it to go somewhere. And a lot of TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that, they obviously delete, report, all of that, guidelines and all that. Everything gets taken down at certain things. So it's a bit like, I can't get that out there to tell other people how fucking ridiculous shit it is and things like that. So I hope everyone is having a nice festive time. Whatever you celebrate, and I hope that happiness and love is in your house and outside the house, and you're all happy and healthy. I mean, obviously you might not be healthy at the moment, eating all the yummies, but I just want to check in, make sure everyone's good. Any worries or anything like that, I think just message me privately on any of my media, my socials, or just message on here, and it should pop up. Because so far you've been like quite nice with it. Obviously I've had blokes that have like, you're a fucking idiot, but apart from that, like, it'll be nice to connect. Like I said, I go Limerick so much, I'm basically fucking based there, and it'd be nice to connect with other Limerickans. I don't know what you class yourselves as. It would be cool to find out new things, get me to research more things, and just have a little nosy. So yeah, have a great December and New Year, and I will most likely be on here later, ranting and raving at some point. So yeah, bye.